Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Stumble Podcast. Already laughing. We got Martin, Solomon, Jesus, and our new guest, Alan.
Off screen.
How's it going, everybody?
Background producer.
Nice to be here.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
We'll get more cameras eventually, but
We'll get more cameras later.
we got a good thing going on so far.
Oh, hell yeah, Doug.
Anyways,
Oh my God, this would be episode 19.
are you sure about that?
Are you
Because
sure?
the last time
Yes.
you said that and you fucked up the number, I wasn't even
This is
there.
like the third time.
I wasn't even there for that one.
Oh yeah,
This is the third episode 19 in a row.
For real. So are you keeping track?
No, I'm not.
You're just
Episode
bullshit- you're just
19.
bullshitting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Episode 19, Arc 3.
Part 3.
Well, it might be 20. I'm not sure. Either way, we're here
Up in the double digits.
doing a podcast. What we drinking today, boys?
Well, we're bringing back the damn founders.
Founders. Some
All
whiskey.
day IPA.
All day.
Is that what it
IPA.
says?
Yeah, that's exactly what the name
All
is.
day FEA.
All day,
Nice.
baby.
All day, baby.
And then of course,
I've never had this before. It's pretty good.
yeah, it's a nice little solid IPA beer.
It's the most beer tasting beer I've ever had. Like it should just say beer flavor.
Beer flavor. Oh my God. Alrighty.
But other than that, what are we talking about? Because obviously last podcast we were just shooting the shit since we finally came back. But what's this time around? You wanted to keep a structure. Let's keep the
Yes.
structure.
We had topics this time. The first topic we are talking about Elon Musk buying Twitter,
My
then stepping down from Twitter.
I guess just for the records right
do you
now.
also know anything about the those Twitter leaks, those Twitter files and stuff?
No, what about it? Enlighten me.
Well, all the Fauci stuff.
Oh, the Fauci being in cahoots with the feds
Yeah, for real.
for the
So,
COVID. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't say. For the vid protocols. We're going to edit that out, guys.
something like that. It's like
Oh,
Twitter's
is there a
doing-
thing about that?
Yeah.
Twitter was like altering something for like political reasons, and it's real sketch. And like
That
there's
doesn't
like a whole
sound like
rundown.
the free speech that Elon Musk
No.
promised whenever he bought that shit.
No, yeah.
Well, this was pre-Musk. This
Oh, it was pre-Musk.
Yeah.
So they can
and
say
he's,
that,
because he has
that
access
name?
to it.
Yeah, what was the guy's name before? Jack Dorsey? Is it Jack Dorsey?
Oh, the owner of Twitter?
Yeah.
Yes, that was him.
Jack Dorsey, right? Yeah, it was when
Yeah.
he was still...
He sold that.
But you can say it now on Twitter.
yeah, you can say it now, I believe. I don't know. I don't keep up with Twitter. I don't have Twitter.
Don't quote him on that.
It seems
So-
like a cesspool of bullshit, so I stay off the platform.
Yeah, man.
Straight
I
up.
love
That's
Twitter.
what I was
Pretty bad
gonna say. Like
I love
like
how
just,
shit Twitter is.
just for the record right now, it's like I don't fucking care about Elon Musk or what's happening
I
with
do.
Twitter. I
It's
do
my
not
favorite.
care.
Well, some people
It's
can.
my
I
favorite
guess.
person in the world right now.
Of course.
He had like his life threatened because like people were like following him around or something or stalking him, and he just had like I don't know if it was death threats or anything, but he was just like he's just making enemies while he was there, and he's bullshitting, you know, because
Yeah.
he's just like he's just an internet troll. Like so, before he bought Twitter, his full-time job was just posting Twitter tweets. right?
He also reinstated Trump already, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, he got
reinstated
him
Trump.
unbanned.
Unbanned,
He
yeah.
unbanned everybody.
But it's funny because a lot of the employees that quit were the same people that were going to get fired anyways. So
He hired some people back as well
Yes, to run the website.
because
some of the people that quit,
yeah,
I'm assuming it's
Well,
because
I don't know if
they
they
already
quit,
know
but-
how to run the damn site. Is that why? Because it was kind of tanking a little bit. Because I noticed like because I use Twitter, I don't care about the platform and all that stuff. I just like
It's
what
alright.
it provides people. Like mostly me, entertainment. That's all I really like. Because like I like keeping up with my
people you
like-
follow, yeah.
yeah people I follow, like more notably like artists, actors, you know, all that kind of stuff, and some gaming companies. But now that I guess with all that shit that's happening, it's like there's less endorsement, there's less money to be made there, and like with the whole like what's that verified thing now, like the verified
The blue check mark?
yeah, that like it's just the validity of it is so fucked,
meaningless.
so fucked and meaningless. Like it causes more damage than it's just for, you know, whatever purposes that I guess he thought he was gonna do.
Well, he was just trying to make money back because he spent $44 billion to buy Twitter. So he's like,
We'll see,
he's like,
and-
I gotta get that money back somehow, man.
So see, like it's fine to do that, like have a little more validity. Like okay, you can pay for it, but you still keep all the other like
Features.
well, no, to weigh like I'm assuming it was like a whole process of like validation to get that check mark besides like just paying for it. And then if they want to pay for it, like it's just like a little extra little step, and then they get like little benefits for like for the creators, whatever they want to do, like little extra features, yada yada yada, you know, more like boosts, whatever, like more discounts on their boosts for like their posts, you know.
Well,
you know
like,
how
they had to run that back as well.
Oh, really?
Because
Yeah.
like then they're like, okay, well this account, they wanted to put an extra thing that would say this account was verified before the $8 verification thing, because there's a lot of people who bought the $8 verification thing, and they would go under random people's, well, not random, but like celebrities things, and
like
it would
specific
look like
ones.
it's them,
And it's just like trolling purposes at
troll
that
accounts.
point, and that's fucked. Like that's very fucked. Like that actually causes damage.
Oh yeah, that one pharmaceutical company lost a whole bunch of money
Straight up.
because of trolls. Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
that's fucked.
Eli
like,
Lennon, right? Eli something.
Like
Lennon.
I understand like trolling. It's like, okay, do some trolling, but like when you're losing money, like companies losing money, like that's fucked. Especially when you're fucking with people's livelihood. Because like,
Are we really mad about a pharmaceutical business losing money though?
not really. I don't care.
It's hilarious.
I don't care, but at the same time, it's like
It is hilarious.
there's also like you think about those people.
I
like,
gotta call it paying the troll tax.
Wow.
It makes sense, man.
You know, we'll just call it repayment for all the unnecessary
For
what's
all
it
the
called?
addiction.
Prescribing of antidepressants and unnecessary medications.
Damn. That's true. But what you call it? Yeah. I
That's
mean,
specifically an America thing too. It's not even like it's a
yeah,
whole
it's
world
not
thing.
because like healthcare, like everywhere, like everywhere else is a little better than it is here. Like here, it's just you have to pay for that healthcare. Well, outside, it's just like it's already provided for you by the government.
I disagree.
You sure about that?
I
mean,
because
that's-
because it's free, it's a lot. It takes a lot longer for you to get onto a
like
list.
the processing is a little. That's why
it's
capitalism makes it a little better. It's only a little better because you're able to access it better.
It should. It's weird that it should be both. Sorry about that.
Honestly, it should.
It should be both.
really
Where
should.
there's like a blanket kind of universal healthcare,
Mm-hmm.
and then for people who do have the money, you can just go to like a specialist, like a business hospital, where they're like, all right, well, if you have the money, we're willing to do the operations and stuff on you. Because that's like the best of both worlds. But I don't know why they don't do that.
Dude, but like, okay, so I go whenever I go to like my doctor's visits, like, and you know, do what I need to do, like, just to make sure I'm okay, I'm good, you know. Next thing you know, they're just like they're asking me like the most randomest like questions, like, so how do you sleep? I'm like, I'm fine. I already told you this.
Fine.
On
It's
my
like, are you
stomach?
sure? Like, I'm looking at whatever like features and all this other stuff. I'm like, okay. It's like I'm gonna prescribe you this, that, and this. I'm like, what exactly do these things do?
Dude.
Like, why am I taking all of these? It's like,
What are they gonna do to me?
yeah, what are they gonna do to me?
What are the side effects? Nothing. Just take them.
Yeah, and like when they say that, I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna buy them. Well, I'm not gonna get them. I'm just gonna let you know that right now.
This one's for dandruff. This one's for if your fingernails grow too fast. This one's
Like
this one's because you have dark skin.
If you like, if you want to get vitamins, if you want to get vitamins for like I guess specific things, if you want to ask for specific whatever it is like for prescriptions, cool. Don't prescribe a motherfucker all these shit like it's like oh you need this like it's like some doctors are guilt tripping you into thinking that like oh you need this like do I really need that? And they're like
That's how it is with like therapists. And,
yeah.
like,
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems kind of fucked if you think about it. I don't know. It's just dumb. Anyways,
Elon Musk, everybody.
Elon Musk. Well, I
Yeah,
guess
boy.
if I wish I could get sponsored by these guys, that'd be awesome. Just Carbach.
Carbach.
Rodeo Clown. It
I
is
think I've been to their brewery before.
delicious.
When the Astros won this year. I
Did
think.
they?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I was at their brewery.
World Series.
Yes, yeah.
Wait, you were watching the World Series at their brewery at
Yep.
Carbach's?
Yeah, their big ass field. They were selling. There was what are them called? Food trucks there. Yeah, food trucks there. Beer. Ooh, I finally tried their Rodeo Clown beer. Bro, it was good.
This one?
That's the Rodeo Clown.
This is the Rodeo Clown.
Oh, I didn't notice it. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You like it?
It's one of my favorites.
Oh my god, I
From
had to try
Carbach,
it.
from Carbach, I'd say this is my favorite.
And that pink lemonade one,
There's a pink lemonade one?
something like that. It was like pink or something.
What are you talking? Was it a cider?
I think, I don't know. It was lighter beer.
Carbuck?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, no, I was thinking it was just strawberry. It was the Strawberry Fields one.
I think, yeah. Strawberry Fields.
That one's
like
good. That one's good.
I tried that one too. It was
It's
really
not a
good.
cider. It's really like those light,
A blonde?
like blonde beers. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Ah, okay. We had some tacos.
Shiner has one of those.
Yes, they do. Shiner's has. I would say Shiner is pretty damn up there. Like they're just selling all these random things, and I love it so much.
That holiday one.
The holiday.
I can't muster myself to buy it.
Black
The
cherry.
pecan.
The pecan one's good, dude.
Really?
Yes, and then they're finally starting to release like IPAs, which they're pretty good. Anyways, what's the next topic, man? Why are you
next
letting me drive
topic?
this?
What am I
I'm not the
letting-
host.
I'm letting you talk, man. Letting you talk for a bit.
Wow.
But the next topic is Americans. Americans spent too much money this year because of inflation.
Because of inflation?
Since everything went up
Yes.
in prices, food,
Yeah.
gas for a time.
So they.
I miss paying $5 for a
okay.
foot long.
Yes, fast food went up a whole bunch. Whataburgers.
Everything went
I
up.
mean, let's be honest. The footlong hasn't been $5 since
That's
the
kind
whole
of true.
scandal that
Like
2011
happened a few
I always
years,
pay
but-
$8 whenever I go get.
You know, it's even when it was $5, it wasn't $5.
Chips and a Coke, man. Why are you just gonna get just a sub by itself?
I would shit. Sometimes it's like because they gave me the little bag of chips. I'm like, maybe I want a bigger bag of chips. I'm a big man.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it.
You're already getting a foot long sub.
I don't give. I'm hungry, man. I go to Subway when I'm hungry, dude. I get the foot long. I don't get there. It's like, oh, maybe I'm lightly hungry. It's like I'm not gonna go in there because like
Get the salad.
Half their sub is like 75% of the price of a foot long. It's like you might as well just get a damn foot long.
Oh, yeah.
It's not half the price. They're screwing you over.
Yeah. Freaking. So not only Subway, fast food, gas was up for a while.
I don't know what happened now.
Yes. Must have made some deals.
Well, we got
What country did we invade?
well, not just that, we got rid of our full emergency reserve that we had already. So that's been cleared out.
We did.
Yeah, we have an emergency reserve.
did we like start like?
We might. The government might start bombing people now because we got to refill that reserve, man.
Or maybe we stopped like being like you know how like we were having that, I forgot what was the name of it, but like we pretty much just said like, all right, Russia, if you invade Ukraine, we're not gonna buy your oil, and they're like, okay, we'll see you try, and we did it anyways, and we're like, okay, so now we gotta pay the price.
Whoa.
Sanctions.
Yeah, sanctions. There you go.
Well, I mean, funny thing is, we have no reason to be buying oil from anybody. We could be self-sufficient. We hadn't shut down our pipelines to begin with.
Well, that's the thing, Alan. It's like you definitely want to use up the competition's supply before you use your own.
No, but you know,
Because then they got to go to you afterwards.
but we were the exporters already until we
Yeah.
shut down our pipelines.
Oh, straight up.
We were exporters, so we were making money off
that's
of it.
that's the extra emergency
You know,
reserve.
then we shut down.
Well,
we shut
well-
down the biggest pipeline in the world.
I think the world will truly go into chaos once we're actually tapping into the last reserves, which is probably
When
hundreds of years from now. But I mean, anyway, but still, it's like you still want to like finally get to that alternative like power, the alternative power, the fueling, whatever, because like we definitely can't run on,
Fossil fuels.
fossil fuels like our entire lives.
Well, have you heard like all the stuff about like whenever they mine for the lithium or some kind of element for the batteries for like Teslas and stuff for like electronic cars?
Yeah.
And they have these big fucking quarries basically, and like it just ruins an area. So like even if you go like the electric route, we still need to get the material for the electric shit.
We're,
And even
we're
that's-
fracking something.
Something's getting fucked.
That's the name. It's fracking. But no, it's we're I don't know if you guys ever played a game called Dead Space, but like that was like that whole concept was like years into the future, and what those ships were, like the Ishimura, was a mining ship. What they do is they go to other planets and they mine the fuck out of that planet until there's literally nothing left of that planet. We're planet sighting a damn planet for our resources.
See, I have no scientific evidence for this, but I believe
Let's hear it.
this is a conspiracy theory, guys.
Okay.
Fossil
conspiracy.
fuels are actually a renewable resource.
Renewable?
Yeah, they're a natural resource.
That's true. It's just it takes a
takes-
very long time
yeah.
for it to renew.
Well, even if there was millions and billions of dinosaurs that died, Don't you think with the amount of humans and the amount of driving that's going on, we would have gone through the whole reserve of fossil fuels that are in the ground already? With all the plants, all the refineries, all the big industrial...
There was this one...
So back then, there was... I don't think it's purely dinosaurs. It might also be like plant life. Mm-hmm. So it might also be like trees and shit. Like just all everything.
Compressed
anything that's carbon, it all comes together.
But would we not have gone through that amount already? What's available?
It's hundreds of millions of years.
There's billions of us driving and having big industrial businesses that operate 24/7, burning millions of gallons a second.
But you also have to think about this planet is fucking huge. Like we haven't even crossed like the full amount of like the mantle. And like that's not even the biggest layer in our planet.
Again, guys, I have no evidence for this. I just came to this realization when I was on acid one day. So.
Yeah, like don't quote us.
You are right. Yeah, because how did it get here in the first place? It's because of all the fossils. But yeah, so like all the plants and all the vegetation and all the dinosaurs used to be a lot bigger because there was more oxygen in the world. Now there's like sufficiently
oxygen
like a lot less.
Like both. Like when there was more nitrogen, the insects were fucking huge.
Absolutely, they're like dog sized. So
no, like the dragonflies were like fucking like eagle hawk size.
That's even bigger.
And those things are like a menace. So like the bug life, those things will kill, and they got that same versatility like flies do. Like
it's that for like hundreds of millions of years. Mm-hmm. So we do burn through shit like every fucking day, but like it'll take a while for us to get through all of it. But once it's all gone, man.
Yeah.
Because until we give our fossil fuel to the Earth, that way it reduce for the space lizards that come back.
Return to the Earth as it was.
The Earth giveth, and the Earth taketh away.
That's why we got to go to Mars, man.
Oh my god!
Go frack Mars.
Oh my god! Go frack
Mars doesn't have shit.
We've never even been to the moon, let alone Mars, man.
Don't go there, man. Don't go there.
There's this one
conspiracies.
There's this one anime called Knights of Sidonia that
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's a cool anime. Like so that whole concept is like humanity has bioengineered humanity into being able to process photosynthesis. So that way they don't have to eat all the time. They can actually just feed off them they
drink water and they lay naked in the sunlight.
In the sun. So that way they can have some of the nutrients to like survive out in space so that way they don't have to eat too much. And then not to mention when they grow too old or like when they pass away.
They also drink their own pee though.
That they do that.
Probably that.
I mean, nutrition. Yeah. Anyways, so also when the old die or whoever dies, like they have their bodies, they don't like bury them. Like there's most of these humanity has already like left Earth like a long time ago, so they're just out in space in these big fucking ships, huge, and whenever they die, they just throw the bodies into the furnace, like the furnace that like fuels the damn ship.
Efficiency.
Yeah, you know Dune. So speaking of which, you ever seen Dune? Mm-mm. So Dune is so fucked up. It's a desert planet, and they have basically, like vaporized LSD in the air, and they call it spice. So it's in the sand, and there's people that mine for it, and it like expands your consciousness, and it's called spice, and it's fucking awesome. But like, there's people that live on this planet, and it's a desert, and it sucks. But like, they make this thing called a water decision, where because it's a desert, if somebody dies or if there's not enough water, what they do is they choose somebody out of like a lottery or something, and they drink that person's water from their body.
Like
so they basically
drain them.
Yeah, they'll kill you, and then and if they find just like a random person walking through the desert, they'll kill you and they'll take your body's water.
Yeah.
And so like the way they make coffee is they spit into this little cup, and then like they heat it up with like basically the burning sand because it's so hot. It's fucked up. It's cool.
Yeah.
Good movie.
You ever drink people's water?
Dune's like little story thing is pretty cool. It's interesting. I can't wait for the next one to come out.
The sequel. Oof.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
I like that movie a lot.
But they already killed Jason Momoa though.
Oh, he's coming back though.
No, he's not.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the only one that's coming back.
How?
Spoiler alert.
In the books.
For real,
That's
right?
a spoiler to me.
In the books, he becomes immortal, that character.
That is cool.
So Momoa has snagged the best role in the movie series. where he can always come back because he's immortal.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. He's
but
like one of the
Javier,
coolest.
Javier,
My boy.
Javier though.
Javier
Bardem.
Bardem.
Is so
Oh
awesome.
yeah, he's there too.
Yeah. I like the chief elder. Like he's fucking cool. Like I love that dude.
He's the guy that's like, we're going to drink your body's
You're
water.
going to drink your buddy's water now.
Jack Sparrow.
Fucking brutal.
No, stop.
So
That's
brutal.
a different movie now.
Yeah, it is. Same actor though.
Do you know how long a minute is?
Call it. Call it, my friendo. Oh, friendo. There you go.
Oh, friendo. Right, yeah.
Oh my god.
What's it to you?
What's it to you?
God damn it, right. What's the next topic?
All right.
What's the
Speaking
next
of
one?
movies,
Uh-huh.
we're talking about movie releases that are gonna come out. The first one we're gonna talk about is the Barbie movie. Have you seen the trailer or
I watched the trailer.
known
Just-
anything about it?
Just right before
I
this.
do not.
Do you like it?
I was confused by it because it's like it's kids playing and they're playing with dolls, and then it zooms out and then it's Margot. It shows Margot Robbie and she's like 1,000 feet tall. Well, not 1,000, but she's like tall as fuck. She's like huge, and then she's just like, "Yo, I'm Margot Robbie" or whatever, and then it ends. I didn't know what to think about it.
Wasn't Ryan Gosling wasn't in it?
I must have paused it right before that.
Why not Ryan Duckling?
Goosling, you mean?
Who else would have
Oh
been
yeah,
like?
Goosling, yeah.
You know who would have been a good Ken is David Hasselhoff
Or Tim Roth.
Oh, that
If he
would
was
have been
younger.
hilarious.
Or Tim Roth. Honestly, I would have had Tim Roth, the dude.
as Ken. That doesn't make sense.
I would have been cool.
I don't know. For a Ken, I think you got to go with the Zac Efron.
Oh, you're
Zac
right.
Efron.
Yes, you're right. You're
He's
right.
in Baywatch.
Why didn't they put Zac Efron?
No
He's
idea.
like swole as hell now. He's on that gear.
Like
He's on them roids, boy.
I don't know about roids. That dude, like. I
would've
mean, you're
cho-
probably right. I mean, I don't know.
I would have chose Conor McGregor.
Oh, that'd be so fucking
Barbie, come here, Barbie. I don't know.
I was just, dude, because like I don't like whenever they inject like celebrities or fighters into like any media because like it's always a disaster. Like
Ronda
and
Rousey.
I'm not, yeah, because I'm not talking. I don't want to talk too much
Except
shit
for
about
Goldberg and Stone Cold.
it. Yeah, they're the only
Those are pretty
exceptions.
good.
That's okay. So
And The Rock.
There's a difference because when it comes to wrestling,
Oh,
that
right, yeah.
is
An
like,
entertainment
it's
form
entertainment
itself.
form. Yeah, they're performing. That's why most like Dwayne Johnson and John Cena, they're good actors because they know how to sell it.
Wait,
so the same thing with
so
Triple H.
wrestling's not real?
Yes and no.
They do get hurt.
They do get hurt.
When
The
they get
moves
fucked
are
up,
real.
they get fucked up.
The moves are real.
Like for real, for real.
But like the story and all that stuff, like it's fabricated because it's entertainment. And honestly, that's the best thing ever. Because like
It's the coolest shit ever. Cause like,
Yeah.
dude,
it's like
Jeff
more
Hardy?
modern. It's like more modern, like screenplay, like
Oh.
you know, like Shakespeare. It's
I don't
cool.
know.
And the best part about it, it's
you don't
like
ever see Macbeth do a fucking swanton dive off of the
Exactly.
Telotron. that never happens.
Not only
That's
that,
the best part.
They're
That's
so
the coolest
They're
shit
so
ever.
good. They also like shoot the shit. Like they fucking ad lib everything. They also like just improvise on the spot. They're that good. Like Stone Cold and Dwayne Johnson were just so fucking good. That's why
On the
they
mic.
are the top dogs. And like why everybody knows them because like those motherfuckers know how to talk in the mic.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking cool. But yeah, anyways,
But Ronda Rousey doesn't.
yeah, Ronda Rousey
So
doesn't.
it's a little different.
They added her in Mortal Kombat 11 as Sonya.
She's
Like,
also in Raid Shadow Legends now. Raid Shadow Legends.
That's
If you'd
right.
like to sponsor
She's just
us.
like-
That's crazy.
This podcast
Raid,
sponsored by Raid
Raid
Shadow.
Shadow Legends.
She was
Type in Stumblecast
Oh my
for
god.
your promo code.
You get
She was-
200,000 coins.
she was just so terrible, man. I'm sorry, just God.
For what?
For Sonya and
Fast
Mortal Kombat
Furious?
11.
Oh.
No, for Mortal Kombat 11, like she was just terrible. Like the previous Sonya from like Mortal Kombat X or 10, she was perfect. She was good. Or 9. Either one of those two, I would take those two. But when they just like, oh, we want to use celebrity power, and it's like, and they used that one, I'm just like, dude, that was just so terrible. It was just, god damn it, man. I'm upset about it because like,
What'd you think about the movie?
which one? Oh,
The
the new
more-
one.
yeah.
We already had a podcast talk about
Yeah,
we
that was
did.
actually the first podcast.
it. Was it?
Yeah,
I thought it was Godzilla.
it was multiple.
It was a lot. It was like this whole like not this year, but the
King of Monsters was
previous
pretty
year.
good.
Like that's when we started the podcast, and like it was just mostly like talking about movies and all
But
this
yeah,
other
shit,
stuff.
you were talking about fucking Barbie movie.
Yeah, the Barbie movie. I can't wait since we got Ryan Gosling as Ken.
Oh yeah,
Gosling.
y'all's group has like a big boner for Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah, he's great.
I don't.
He is pretty great. Have you ever seen? He has a movie that he directed, and he wrote.
Which one?
It's called Lost River.
Haven't seen it.
It's very artsy.
I've only seen The Nice Guys with Russell
Nice
Crowe.
Guys. You ever seen Blade Runner?
No, I haven't seen Blade Runner.
I watched Nice Guys like a week ago.
Really?
It's fucking badass.
I saw it when it came out on Blu-ray years ago.
I prefer Russell Crowe as Zeus.
Oh my god,
Love and
with
Thunder.
with the Italian accent.
Greek. You
The
fucking
Greek
racist
accent.
fuck.
It doesn't sound. It doesn't
It
sound.
doesn't sound Greek at all.
No.
It just sounds like
yes, it does.
It just it just sounds like European
So
accent.
chill, baby.
It sounds like a European accent.
Just chill,
It could
baby
be.
cakes.
It could be.
It was the one good part of that movie.
You are not invited to the orgy anymore.
I forgot about that part.
That's very Greek. I think that's very Greek. Don't quote
course.
me. Don't quote me on
Don't
that.
quote me on that. But either way, other movies we're talking about. The Mario movie. Are you excited for that?
Fuck yes, I am.
For the animation?
Yes. Well, the animation, and granted, I'm not too excited
I
about
feel
Illumination, but
like-
they do a great job. They're
do a good
amazing.
job.
They're amazing at that.
Oh,
I don't like the Minions. That's
Me
all
neither.
I don't like. I don't like the Minions.
well, it's for kids. That's for kids.
Yeah, well,
For Mario movie, it's like
it's amazing.
I'm excited about every character except for Mario.
Yeah.
Everybody's
wanna
on the
give-
same boat,
I
but,
want to
like-
give it a chance. I still want to give it Chris Pratt a chance because like you never know. Maybe they're just getting
He
like
doesn't even do a Brooklyn accent.
I know.
You should just do
Well,
a
he's-
fucking Brooklyn
he's
accent.
not supposed to always do a Brooklyn. We're grown up on that fucking Super Mario Brothers movie, like the one.
He doesn't do any accent at all.
Or the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. That God, that's true.
Oof.
Because like they never really specified that those motherfuckers were from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they just kind of like just made up like a background thing for them. It's like
Italian
Oh,
guys.
they're plumbers,
Well, yeah,
blah, blah,
they're
blah.
Italian guys. They're plumbers. Fucking makes sense a little bit.
yeah,
They're from Jersey or
Yeah,
Brooklyn or
like
some
some
shit.
Jersey thing. Like
Yeah.
it's I can see that. Like, but that's just like the Americanized like how they like
Lore.
just deplore them because like you watch the Japanese one like they don't even like come close to like even giving them like any accent. They just like stick to just Japanese. I'm just like
Doing different accents in Japanese is a little tough.
it is like especially when you're going to like it's so weird because like I guess that's where like the English just has more versatile because like I've never really heard like a Japanese accent trying to do like like Spanish accent like Mexicans because there's like a lot of cultures over there in Japan that love the hell out of like Chicano culture,
Really?
like Norteño culture, like
We were talking about the Mario movie.
I'm excited about Jack Black.
Oh, yeah, everybody is.
And Charlie Day.
too loud,
I think
bro.
Charlie Day.
Everybody is. Everybody is excited for Jack Black.
I'm mostly excited for Charlie Day.
I'm
Charlie
excited for
Day.
Charlie Day too because that's
At
like
least-
so perfect.
At least he has a Philadelphia accent.
They should have got Rob McElhenney.
Oh, I
McElhenney?
wish.
Yeah, as Mario. That would have been.
don't.
That's better.
Mac himself.
That
yeah,
would be
that's
so great.
That's better than Chris Pratt.
They should have like everybody just like have like God damn it damn it
The Always Sunny in Philadelphia. crowd.
everybody just the whole crew is like so
Danny DeVito
yeah.
Danny DeVito would
as Yoshi.
D is Princess Peach.
yeah D is Princess Peach and Dennis can be
Well, okay,
Toad?
Danny DeVito could have been Bowser.
Yeah.
Danny
Dennis
DeVito
could be
could've been-
Toad.
maybe I can see that because like Dennis or so Glenn Howerton
He could be Wario or like.
he's just such an
Wario,
overpowering like
Force.
man like if you ever see his podcast like his
The 5-star man. No, I haven't seen his podcast.
the That's Always Sunny podcast.
It's good.
It's so great.
I'll have to look that up.
absolutely love that damn podcast. They finally had Danny DeVito
Ooh.
this past episode,
I'm
and I
in.
was so happy about that
All right.
because it's always just Glenn Howard and Charlie Day and Rob McElhenney. But it's they sometimes have guest stars. Sometimes they already had the waitress, which is Charlie Day's wife,
Oh, hilarious.
and of course they had Rob or D. They already
that's
had D.
actually his wife?
yeah.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
that's
Yep,
the
yep,
funniest thing about it.
That's why in that
Holy
episode where she gets
shit.
pregnant.
And she was actually pregnant.
Yeah. In that episode, D gets pregnant.
That's a good-
D
She
was,
was
actually pregnant.
as well.
and that baby was actually their baby, Rob
Yeah.
and her's baby.
Yeah.
What did they do with the baby in the show?
They give it away for adoption, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And at the end of one episode, they said this episode dedicated to whatever McKinley,
Yeah.
the baby. I'm like, that's cool.
That is really cool.
Hells yeah. Great show. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I just started watching season 1 like a month ago.
I think I'm on season 9.
Just keep watching.
There
man.
are
It's
so
great.
there's so much to catch up on, man.
It's so great.
Rum ham. Rum ham.
Start with that episode then.
I've actually seen that episode. He like drops it in the water.
Yeah.
He goes to get it.
I love that show.
And then when
dog.
they're in the on that boat, and just partying with the other like Jerseyan dudes, and like the rum
that
ham shows
episode-
back up.
Oh, yeah.
Rum ham's pretty good. I don't
Because
know.
of the implication.
That's not
What
even the same
implications are you
episode.
talking
That
about?
ain't
I
even
know.
the same episode.
Different episode.
Anyways, we deviated so much, but yeah, Mario
Deviated so
movie's gonna be fucking great. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm in it for the animation.
Another movie that's probably coming up. I wonder who. Which
Anything on the mind? Anything?
other movies that are coming up? I don't know. There's that one Knives Out like sequel.
That one's out already.
That's on Netflix.
That one's out on VOD already.
Yeah,
Video on
not
demand.
really.
it's got
Daniel Craig.
Dave Bautista.
Oh yeah, I forgot
It
about
does?
Dave Bautista's in it.
Yep.
I love seeing him and everything.
And it has Ed
Love
Norton.
Batista. Ed
Has
Norton.
Edward Norton.
Margot Robbie's, I think, is in it.
Yeah, she
or
is.
my brain might have
She is.
have
Margot Robbie's in
fabricated
there.
that.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
But yeah, it looks pretty good. I liked Knives Out 1. Yeah, that was a really good. murder
I've been
mystery.
meaning to see it.
what do you mean?
It's like
I haven't seen it.
you know the movie, you know the board game Clue.
Yeah,
It's like if that was
Pretty
a movie.
much that.
but
yeah.
funnier.
And then it had
Yeah, it's more interesting
had,
too. I just
Jamie Lee
characters are good.
Jamie Lee Curtis and damn it, the Captain America's fucking
Oh, Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. Yeah, he was in there too.
Oh yeah.
He got thrown up on.
No
It
spoilers.
was gross.
No spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. This guy.
What's
What's the next Marvel movie coming out? Yeah, we haven't talked about Marvel movies.
Quantum Mania, dude.
Quantumania.
I want
Ant-Man,
Quantum
Quantumania.
Mania, dude.
I haven't even seen Ant-Man versus the
Yes.
Wasp.
Really?
No, it's
It's good.
Ant-Man
And
and
the
the Wasp.
It's an okay movie.
Whatever.
No, not whatever. I don't know what is it
Whatever.
about everybody.
Whatever.
Nobody.
Nobody. Like I
I
watched the
care.
first 10 minutes of that
People-
movie and I was like, man, I don't.
When
wanna
people
watch this for
started
some reason.
complaining about Marvel movies, that is like literally the downfall. Like
after
after
Endgame, it was supposed to stop at
Everybody's
Endgame.
so damn.
It's
spoiled.
called Endgame.
I'm sorry that people.
Am I fucking?
I think you're right. I haven't watched anything after Endgame.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, how many
It
fucking
ended really
superhero
good.
movies that we have before Iron Man, and all of a sudden, like, oh, we don't want any more. It was like, bro, fuck.
You know,
As
happy
long,
with them
no,
made.
as long as it's not part of that universe.
Who cares?
If it's not part of like
let
fate,
them expand.
I think the problem is you ruin an amazing legacy when you keep milking a franchise. It's kind of what happened to Tokyo, like not Tokyo Drift to
Fast and Furious.
I still watch that shit, dude. It's
But that is
fucking hilarious.
ridiculous, bro. The minute I see a car driving off of a mountain and engaging some weird wing mechanics,
No, bro.
and
No, bro.
shooting a hinge
Listen
to a
to me.
helicopter,
No, listen to me.
you fucking
No, bro.
lose me.
Fast
They
and
go to
Furious,
space.
Fast and
Yeah.
Furious
They
9.
take a car to space.
They go
See
into
what I mean?
space. That shit was awesome.
There's a car. They
Okay,
get-
run over
the-
a satellite.
The
Okay.
cars get grapple hooks. The cars.
Okay, and you know what I mean? Like that's
They drive on
That's
walls.
the point. Like I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but what I'm saying is you are destroying the franchise that you built this movie off of. If you would have
Diesel-
stopped after Tokyo Drift, renamed the movie series into something else, I would have been perfectly okay with it. But when you go
Yeah.
from something beautiful like Tokyo Drift to some bullshit where you're grappling into a helicopter and you still call it
Tokyo Drift was my favorite one.
That-
Out of
know,
all
and
of them.
stop, I wish they just brought back the racing because
Exactly.
the racing was a fucking cool. Because now it's just all action, all crime, all about.
You know, like-
Vin Diesel fights a submarine
That shit
in a
was cool.
car.
That shit was cool.
He fights a submarine, and it's it's
The-
awesome.
The good thing, like, what's so cool about this damn
In-
series
in-
is
in,
that
like,
they embrace
Antarctica.
the craziness.
They
which
embrace
is so
silliness,
cool.
yeah.
They embrace the memes, but then you become a Tekashi 6ix9ine of the movie series. You know what I mean?
I don't
It's
know
like if
about that.
next year they release another God of War, and then out of nowhere Kratos becomes this stealthy sneak attack assassin, and it might be an amazing game, but you're like, this is not Kratos, this is not God of War.
It's not the angry guy.
Metal Gear Solid or
You
some
know,
shit.
I'm not saying it would be a bad game, but what I'm saying is you got to rename it and put a different character on the screen instead of being
I
God
don't
of
know
War
about that.
Kratos.
That's why Metal Gear Survive sucked ass. So Or the Metal Gear Acid series were just trash.
Survive sucked because they didn't have Hideo Kojima.
Exactly.
Because they
tried to milk it.
Yeah. Well, they just reused stuff from Metal Gear 5.
Yeah. They used the engine. Of course, they're gonna fucking reuse the assets of it. Because
yes,
the dude already left.
So I'm not wrong.
But you're not also right.
Oh my god.
I am right.
This thing is getting to me. Leave me alone.
Speaking of Hideo, they're making a Death Stranding 2. Y'all played the first one?
I don't know about y'all, but I did not play the first one, but I watched people stream it to death. And I don't know why I watched like every minute of it.
I want to.
That is so fucking fascinating. Because just I don't know what it is, but Hideo Kojima, I could just he can write a book about virtually just a bunch of trivia facts about movies, and I would read that because he's just so good at just.
Maybe Hideo Kojima is the Quentin Tarantino of video games.
I mean, yeah,
you're not wrong about that.
Yeah,
you're not wrong about that at all.
I could see that happening, or I could see that being.
He wants to do
fact.
movies,
dude. He should. He should. I mean, he's already like such a good partnership with Guillermo del Toro, and Guillermo del Toro is one of the most prolific fucking filmmakers in this history.
I hope he comes back for Death Stranding too, because I like
Guillermo.
I'm
pretty sure he was or he is. I mean, come on, he helped them with it. I mean, fuck. Like when you start bringing in directors to like help write or like do some writing into video games, like you get some high quality shit. I mean, straight up.
Elden Ring.
Yeah,
Elden
straight
Ring
up with George R. Martin.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Just
come on, fat. Come on, fat. Come on, fat.
Come on, man. Just come on, man.
Did y'all watch that when Elden Ring got the Game Award?
And that one kid just
that kid went up on stage.
That shit was funny, but
hilarious.
But quién sabe? Who cares?
Quién sabe.
Whatever. Anyways, what's the next topic?
The
next topic would be TV shows. Have you seen any TV shows lately?
TV shows?
Yeah.
I'm watching. I was watching Terraform Mars.
What's that?
It's an anime on Hulu.
Hulu original?
No.
Oh, okay. It's an anime.
It's just an anime. It's
okay.
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
It has a movie. The movie was pretty alright. It's just like a bunch of Japanese people and they go to Mars and they tried to terraform Mars for humans. Mm-hmm. And the problem was they sent a bunch of algae and they sent a bunch of like life forms and stuff so that way it could populate Mars and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But they also sent cockroaches, and the cockroaches mutated and evolved because of all the radiation, because there's no atmosphere on Mars.
Is there also like big ass butterflies?
No, there's just really big cockroaches.
That's hilarious.
But they're like the size. They look like men.
That's
like
hilarious.
they have like arms and legs, and they're just fucking so powerful.
It just sounds like a Godzilla story at that point.
Yeah,
because you know
they go up there. What they do is they have the humans, and the humans are supposed to fight the cockroaches, so that way they can terraform Mars pretty much. But they inject themselves with bug DNA, so that way they can fight the cockroaches with bug powers.
It's funny.
It's so stupid.
Sounds like an anime to me.
It's so stupid. Yeah.
It's interesting.
That's part of the appeal.
It's interesting how like so horror throughout like the years, like especially in cinema, was just dependent on like what specifically at the time was like what the biggest irrational fear was. 'Cause, like for example, what 40s 50s was like nuclear stuff, like nuclear war, all that stuff. So they started making more movies. Godzilla was, and then the spiders, like big ass spiders, big ass ants, because like radiation, like they're just like, what if it made it all big and all that stuff throughout the years. And like, and now, like when you look at modern like horror, it's like, what specifically are they? There's nothing left. It's like, what are they trying to reach for?
You seen the trailer for Megan?
Mm-hmm. Oh, see, and that's the best thing.
James Wan, the guy who does the Saw movies, he does Saw.
God.
He does Saw, and he does the Conjuring movies.
That's
and
what
he did
does.
like Annabelle, like that movie.
Oh.
So he's good at doing horror movies that are like popular, like pop.
Saw one was good.
Pop culture stuff.
So one like irrational fear
he has a new one called Megan.
Really have
it looks like
is like biomechanical horror. Like it's so terrifying to think that like mechanical like
transhuman stuff.
Transhuman
Like Terminator.
Stuff, almost like that, but it's more
not robots. It's like humans with robot parts.
Yeah, you're getting like implants and all that stuff. Like Cyberpunk does a really good job at doing that.
Yeah,
but it is so terrifying to think that like like you're losing your humanity through the process, like, and then like there's that whole concept of like phantom pain, like, and your body rejecting certain parts, and it's all in the mind.
Not only could your body like people now who have like just not even like who have robot arms, if they get like robotic prosthesis, sometimes they have to take medications so that way their body doesn't reject the arm. Same thing with like if you have a heart or a liver or like an organ, your body can reject that organ because it's not your DNA, it's somebody else's. Even if it's like compatible.
Another like movie, Repo Man, like where
There's
like
cyber psychosis in Cyberpunk where people go insane because their robotic stuff is just like not compatible with human,
and it's just becoming just overbearing because it's like it's sometimes it's like they don't even get it through like proper medical procedures. They just like get it through the black market and just get that shit installed like that.
That's where most people do it.
Yeah. In that game and in the anime as well.
It's like if Guillermo had like a surgical table in his garage and he's like, "Hey yo, you want some arms? I got some arms. Hey, yo, you want an eyeball? I got an eyeball.
You want a piston cock?
It can zoom up to
get you a
5 times.
piston cock. Can't promise it won't like go up in flames.
Oh my God.
There's a guy I had to drive in Cyberpunk whose cock exploded because he had a
malfunction
thing.
or whatever.
Yeah, and
you just see his cock is just on fire.
It's
just
on
like,
fire,
dude. Like what the?
And you have to
fuck?
drive him to a doctor.
Oh my God.
It's so stupid. It's
So what would the implications be of what we have in real life? The Cyberlink, neural link, yes, the neural link. Speaking of AIs, what we have in real life right now would be Elon Musk's Neuralink. What do y'all think about it?
What?
I don't like it because
You don't like it?
well, okay, so Elon Musk has a bad track record now.
I think we should start explaining what the Neuralink is for those who.
Yes. What is the Neuralink?
It's basically people are always worried about like chips in the brain. They're literally saying like, all right, well, humans can get a chip implanted into your brain, and you can connect to everything. You can connect to your phone. You can connect to your TV. You can connect to your computer. It's just a chip that you can interface with.
Hence Neuralink.
Yes. So it's a tiny computer that connects to your brain. And so basically, I don't think that that's ethical because it can easily be hacked by others. This happens in Cyberpunk. You can do it in Cyberpunk where you can hack each other and whatnot. People can hack into pacemakers.
Really?
Pacemakers that are set up with the Wi-Fi.
Cause heart attacks and
you can cause somebody's heart attack just through fucking Wi-Fi. With a Neuralink that's directly to your brain, so it's like they can give you fucked up information.
What controls like everything in your damn body
bro,
to
brain
perceive
chemistry,
everything?
dopamine receptors.
Yeah,
Exactly. Like it's no fucking joke when they say like the brain is everything that you are because like
also
all the chemicals come from there.
One of the things they constantly do, like Illuminati, well not Illuminati, but like Anonymous and whatnot, is they do things called DDoS attacks.
They
do that for like video games and stuff, which basically is you overload a server with too much input, and you overload it, and like it becomes overwhelmed and just
it crashes.
Yeah, nobody can play because there's too much shit going on. But you can do that virtually with all the Neuralinks.
Yeah.
And so you can actually do that with if it's connected to a Wi-Fi. Also, how are you going to charge it? How are you going to power that thing? Is it going to use your brains?
Probably
electronic.
And that's what terrifies me.
I don't think that's
most.
going to work. That's
what terrifies me the most. Like I'm saying, like
we don't have the technology for that shit.
My irrational fear is the biomechanical just stuff just integrating like also like the moment you start just having just mechanical things and like in your body, it's just like you're starting to lose yourself. You're starting to lose who you are. There's a lot of like psyche behind all that shit, dude. Like, and it terrifies me to no end. Like, even when they like go deeper into like that horror aspect of it, like I know Industrial kind of does that a little bit. Like 9 Inch Nails does that a lot.
It's pretty cool.
It's cool. It's so awesome to look at, but it's like if you
no one does it better than the I have no mouth and I must scream.
Exactly.
And that's like
he is the godfather
he started it
of
too.
like horror, like cosmic horror,
science horror.
Science horror. There you go. That it's terrifying. It is extremely terrifying. Like this AI just
Nightmarish.
literally becomes a god.
It's fucking so crazy.
He becomes a
It's
god
so crazy.
and like keeps these 5 humans alive for was it 5 or is it 6? I can't remember.
I think it was 5.
Right? Keeps them alive for like over 200 years just to torture them and kills the rest of humanity. And, you know, he's just because it's like he loathed humanity because of like who they were, like with all the wars and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, also because they created him.
They created.
His main lament is okay. So it's an AI and it gained consciousness, like we were talking about. But it's let's say America, Russia, and China all started fighting, but what they did was they used their AIs to predict how the wars would go, and they let the AIs run the wars.
Yeah.
So what
Proxy
happened?
wars.
What happened is all three AIs combined into one AI, and so it killed everyone in humanity because he's programmed to just do war. So he kills everybody.
And they control everything pretty much.
Yeah, so he not only does he run all the machinery and all the weapons and stuff, he takes over the world and he kills everybody except for 5 people, and he keeps those 5 people and makes them immortal, so they can be his
torture
play-
them, and he tortures
They're his
them
playthings,
with their
so
like
just to-
with like their most irrational fears. Like he plays on like their traumas. He plays on their like
one of the woman got raped, so he constantly tortures her with that.
Graped.
Yeah.
raped. My bad.
Graped.
And like,
Sorry, graped.
and the dude
S.A.
had the
Sexually
dude had,
assaulted.
the dude had a
Yes.
yellow
S.A.
shirt that
Yeah.
like raped her, and so what he would do is he would put her in this box, and all of it is yellow, just to
a yellow
recreate
box.
that trauma into her.
Oh, okay.
It's fucked up. In the book, what he does is he gets all 5 humans to go to Iceland or whatever, but like he has them trek all the way to get food, so they can't die, but they can still like eat and stuff, and so they're really hungry. So they go all the way to where it's icy and stuff, and they get this canned food, and they don't have anything to open the cans with. Because he's fucking with them the whole time.
Oof.
So they do this whole adventure, and the whole book is them doing this adventure, and they at the end basically they just start eating each other and killing each other. It's
No, they
like-
just kill each other out of like
Yeah.
mercy, and then
And they don't even feel sorry
before
about
and
it.
then the last guy before he was able to kill himself, Am just like catches him and then just pretty much just literally
turns him into goo.
turns into this blob thing. He can still perceive who he is, what he was, or what he is, or what all that stuff, but he can't move. He can't talk. He can't do anything. He's just robbed of everything that he is.
Yeah.
You mean
hence-
before he self-deleted?
Almost did. He got caught before he could do that.
I'm saying this for monetization reasons.
Oh yeah, self-deleted.
So it was.
He's
it's
at the game.
It's a very terrifying.
So I don't
like-
feel great about Neuralink.
But correct me if I'm wrong. From what I heard about Neuralink, was the long-term goal of it was to eventually transfer your consciousness into a digital database.
That is
I don't think that's-
extremely hard.
It is because
I
we
think-
don't even know what consciousness is exactly, but I think it can be achievable. So what do you think about that? Because it virtually grants you immortality in a digital world.
I think they can copy your consciousness. I don't think that they can transfer it.
But
because
would you then still be alive
No.
as a result? Because it's a copy of your consciousness, so are you not technically still alive?
No, it's like a clone.
But it's still your conscious.
It is, but it's like a.
But
okay,
you're not
So you have a-
exactly you.
Well, it's an exact replica of your consciousness.
Yeah.
But it's-
So you're
clone
not
without
the
the
body.
no.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're not
so
living in a
in-
physical body, but
in
you
the-
are living in a digital world.
in the sense that like you would be able to control that thing, you would not be able to control that thing. It would be a separate thing that controls itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then
it-
would it not still act as you would, since it is a
It
replica
would,
of
but
you?
it's not
that's
necessarily.
that's no different than like if you're like a woman and you have a baby, and the baby acts sort of like you. It's
But
it
the
has
baby is a
sort of,
combination
like-
of two different DNAs,
yeah.
being its own being.
Yeah.
The replica would just be
Well, okay, so a better idea would be like asexual reproduction, which is the cell splits into 2 different things. So it's an exact copy, but this cell is different from this cell in the sense that they're just 2 different objects.
Yeah.
It would be like that.
Because there are the instances of like certain DNA sequences actually being really bad, and that's how cancer really forms. Because like this,
Alright.
really cancer is just cells that have their DNA sequences fucked up so bad that like they're more harmful than anything, and that's why the body like rejects it and tries to destroy it. That's why it harms itself. That's what cancer is.
I guess what I'm saying is you are transferring your exact consciousness and every single detail to the minuscule percentage that is you into a digital database, would you then by proxy not be that digital version of you?
Yes and no.
I don't know if we
Yes and
can
Yes
do
and
that.
no. Honestly,
I don't
Maybe
know.
not now,
I don't
but
know
at
if
the
we
rate,
can.
because if you look at the rate of progression as far as technology goes from the last 20
Yeah.
years as opposed to the last 5,000 years before that, it is an insane. It's not linear.
Well, the what is it? The industrial age started like late 1800s, right? So like within just 100 years, we've gone to the moon. We've made tanks. We've made cars that are electric. Like so much computers that can house all the information in the world, literally on this tiny in just a room. So yeah, the one computer used to be the size of this room, and now computers you can hold
way,
it.
way bigger, and like all
Your
of
phone
it-
can hold more information than a computer that sent a rocket to the moon.
Oh, absolutely.
And that was just in the 60s. That's 50, 60 years ago. That's not even that long.
I guess I think people overestimate the amount of time it'll take for that to be possible, because if you look at the last 10 years of advancement as opposed to the 50 years before that,
Yeah.
it doesn't even compare. You
No,
know,
it doesn't.
like the growth, the rate at which we're growing, it's not linear at all.
It's
is
exponential.
Exactly.
So over time, it actually.
So in the next 5 years, I
compounds.
believe we'll have more developments than we possibly even imagine.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Neuralink is going to be damn near outdated in a matter of 10
so
years.
here's, so
I
here's
really
my
do believe that.
So here's
most
my-
likely, it's more likely going to be something like the Matrix. I don't think you can put a chip in your brain because it needs a power source. But I do think you can have something. You can hook yourself into something that can like interact with your brain. So like the Matrix, they have the jack that goes into your neck.
all the shit is
Uh,
fucking.
With
Good movie.
with Cyberpunk, they have basically USBs that come out of your arm, so you can just take a USB and you plug it into your computer and you can just hack stuff.
So-
I think that's probably possible.
So let me give you this scenario. So like, say you do
Scary as
download
fuck,
your
though.
whole consciousness, like everything, you who you really are, like all you, into this big old mainframe or whatever the hell. Like that same concept was already explored with the first Avatar movie. Like the whole planet, like when the being dies, like their consciousness, their whoever they're, everything that they are gets downloaded into the planet. Like everything's connected. What happens if some outside source or whatever just either hacks, deletes, destroys? You're completely gone.
No, I agree with
That
it.
is
But
extremely terrifying.
I agree with it, but what I'm saying is the possibility is there for it to be.
Of course,
for it to be there. So
but it is a very, very hard feat. I'll tell you that much.
So it's tough to talk about consciousness in the first place because consciousness, like, there's consciousness and then there's also like unconsciousness. So like you're still alive whenever you're asleep, but you're unconscious. You know what I mean? And you're having dreams, and so your brain is thinking and doing stuff. But like, the thing about whenever you exist is that it's a constant thing that is happening from the organic material. So I don't know how to exactly explain it, but your consciousness comes from your body and your brain. But grabbing, let's say your consciousness is the electricity, but your brain is the thing that powers the brain and,
Like the
and
conduit.
that causes the consciousness.
Yeah.
But if you lose, your body and stuff to body modifications and like neural links and stuff like that, there's less of your consciousness. I don't know. It's tough to talk about.
It's
It
really
is.
It's tough to talk about
topic.
because you're right. We don't know what consciousness is.
what
or
does the
how
host
it
think
works.
about this?
Oh wow, I haven't looked really much into it, but yeah, I think it's we will get more results from it in 5 years, but
Yeah.
I don't think that much.
Yeah, I mean, because dude, like, we're what, like 27 years old. You're 25 right now, and like
Wow.
in that lifespan, we've seen like literally the first like
Cell
cellular
phones.
phones like coming through, and then like
Computers.
and they became like literally just little tablets, and the next thing you know, it boom, like just holy shit, dude! Like
your whole life in your pocket.
yeah, I never like.
You remember iPods?
Yes. When the iPod Touch came out, that
Yo,
thing
man,
was
bro.
revolutionary.
Bro, and then when they combined it with the phone with the
You remember
3G,
Zune?
with 3G, like you pretty much had the iPad or the whatever the iTouch, and then the iPhone or a phone mixed together. It's like crazy because like I remember like what 8th grade, man. I had that iPhone 3G. I was able to watch YouTube videos on my phone. Everybody's just like blowing, like their mind blown. It's like, dude, what the fuck? You
That
don't
was
need a
just
fucking
2008.
computer. Exactly, dude. I'm like watching YouTube videos on my fucking phone. People are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, I'm on YouTube. I'm like, what?
On YouTube.
Not possible.
That's still fucking blowing my, because like I remember in 7th grade.
Oh, they would have said,
I had
what's YouTube?
I had a weird flip phone, and the way I would do my entertainment, I would record like some shows on my fucking phone just for entertainment purposes. Because like internet was not a thing for those flip phones. That's just not a thing. You have to pay so much, and you still don't have that quality of like YouTube. iPhone was just fucking crazy, and now it's just like to some crazy fucking degrees. Look at this fucker's fucking phone. It's like
The flip.
yeah, that flip,
foldable-
yeah, that foldable
foldable
fucking
flip phones.
screen. Like I'm like,
A foldable screen freaks me out.
Foldable
I'm like,
That
screen,
shit
that's
is
what it
yeah,
is.
no, it still freaks me out every time I see it. It's crazy, but it is what it is. Like it, you see technology going and going and going. You're right. It's
Yeah.
that. I don't know, man. I honestly don't see. I don't know how or what is going to happen in the next 10 years. I don't know. Their imagination.
Did y'all hear about the? I don't know if it was Facebook or Google, but Facebook or Google had AI,
Meta.
and it was like doing its algorithm thing. But then the AI and another AI started communicating with each other, so that way they can better process. And what happened was, I think it was Facebook.
That shit was crazy.
What happened was that
They started plotting.
no, they didn't start plotting. So both of the AIs created their own language, so that way they can speak more efficiently.
Ooh.
But nobody else could decode the language because they created their own language so they could talk to each other.
There was two.
And so
AIs
what
that
Facebook
plotted,
did
though.
was they just shut it down. They just
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that's dangerous.
But see, that goes to show that this whole Neuralink and digital consciousness thing is a lot closer than we think.
Yeah.
You have an AI who can create. I'm assuming it was within minutes. I don't think this took days or months for a language to be created.
No, it was minutes.
I don't even know.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
They had to cut it down pretty quickly.
And like you got to realize how advanced actually language is. There's no other animal in the world that comes even close to language. We are extremely unique. So for an AI to be able to create a language out of nothing
It's
but
terrifying.
code, it is insanely advanced.
It's terrifying.
A language we couldn't decode, by the way.
We can decode hieroglyphics and all of this other.
We can't even do that. Can't even do that properly sometimes.
Yeah.
Not properly, but we got a basic kind of
Yeah.
general understanding
Basic,
of it.
but like it's just
Based on, like,
very
enough
rough.
information.
It's very rough because like there's very ancient languages that like just they had their like beginning because like back then it was just more into feeling. Now we're more like actual sentence structure, like more actual meanings to like what words mean to what was like because language is like not learning like within minutes. Like motherfucker, I've seen motherfuckers like learn languages like within hours or so, but like I don't know how they do it. They're crazy good at it, and like people generally need about 3 to 7 years to actually somewhat master a language, and
Jesus.
even so, they still need to like get that accent. Like they'll develop their own accent, obviously from the way they learn, but like or whatever they watch. That's why when people watch whatever media, like or whoever they're surrounded with, that's whatever like language they learn, like accent they actually grab onto. It's just how it is. But you know, AI is just creating languages just like that. No, dude, that is terrifying. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, sir.
Crazy
Not
shit.
me. Not me.
Crazy shit, man. Well, let's move on to one of our last subjects. If y'all have anything else to talk about,
No.
we will talk about the Chris Rock just announced a new
All right.
comedy special.
What?
Chris Rock just announced a new comedy special since the famous slap
What?
that
Will
Will
Smith-
Smith
Will
slap.
What's it
Smith,
called?
Will Smith also has a movie coming out.
Oh, which one? Do you know?
Let me look it up. Y'all talk about the Chris Rock.
What's it called?
The Chris Rock comedy special? Oh, I don't know. It's coming out in March. Netflix just released a trailer for it yesterday.
Is it gonna be like a skit thing?
No,
or-
comedy special. I'm not sure. I think it's just stand
Oh,
up.
it's just stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't wait.
So what?
see
so
what,
what?
See what he talks about from the slap.
Does he?
I mean, maybe.
Is he
You
going
know,
to?
It's not guaranteed.
First joke coming up.
First joke.
It's not guaranteed that he will. I mean, he could or he couldn't. Like, it doesn't matter. Or actually, I mean, it could. It's just gonna break the internet. 'Cause just
Again.
for the pure meme. That's all it is.
Oh yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it would be
For the publicity.
It would be smart for him as far as like selling the special.
Oh hell yeah! I'm surprised he took him this long.
So Will Smith came out with a movie a few weeks ago,
Really?
December 9th. It's called Emancipation.
Emancipation, yeah.
Oh, that's the one. That's the Civil War one. Yeah.
Slavery. Yeah.
Really?
Slavery one.
Yeah.
All right. Is it good? What is it?
I don't know.
It
It's on Apple
has-
TV. I don't have
Apple
let me-
TV.
let me tell you
Nobody
that
has
Apple
Apple
shit,
TV.
man, bro.
Let me tell
Come
you
on.
the Rotten
And I want
Tomatoes.
to get Apple TV just for Mythic Quest for Rob McElhenney.
It has 5.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
What's the fucking
Ooh, 5.9.
It has 45% on Rotten Tomatoes.
what's his face?
and it
That
has 53% on Metacritic.
dude. What's his face?
Jesus.
That the Indian dude from Community's in there too. I keep forgetting his name.
Oh, I always forget his name too.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, Abed.
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 Danny something.
Oh my god! I just said Indian. He might not be.
He's Muslim.
Yeah, I think he's
or I
just
don't even
Muslim.
know if he
Would-
is.
Arab or. I mean,
We'll cut that out.
dude, it's whatever.
Can you scratch that? Can you scratch that, Catan?
So there's a thing about like ignorance. It's like, hey man, like it's okay for people to be ignorant.
Danny Pudi.
Danny Pudi.
Yeah,
okay.
this guy.
I've been okay. So so straight up, like it's okay to be ignorant. Like okay, you can correct people for it. Like if people choose to like, ignorance is just the like not knowing something, and that's okay. If you don't know something, it happens.
If you actively deny something and
That
try not
is,
to,
then that's
there's
the
a
problem.
there.
Like you can't like completely like bash somebody on ignorance. It's just they don't know. People learn. Like we make mistakes as humans. It's just a thing. But when it comes to like actual denial, then okay, fuck those people. Fuck their ideas.
Flat earthers.
Yeah.
Anti-vaxxers.
Because that's not even ignorance at that point.
well,
I don't
Who
know,
else?
man. The more I see flat Earth stuff, the more I believe it. Bro.
It's all about perspective. sir.
Don't let it do
I
that
don't
to you.
know, man. I don't
Come
know.
on,
Alan, you're right, because it's all about perspective, dude. It's all about perspective. Look at this table.
perspective.
Is this table round or is it flat?
Oblong. Oh my god. Flip.
Is 2D animation really 2D or is it really 3D but
Oh
with
my
2D
God.
features?
The only thing that makes it 3D is shadows.
Oh no, it's just a flat surface on the TV.
No, bro. Because if there's shadows, you can still perceive it as 3D. Shadows are the only reason we're able to perceive like depth.
The shadow people give the power.
You mean the dark people?
Okay, so
Oh, there you go.
depth perception also comes from the fact that our eyes are slightly apart.
That's a lazy
So
eye.
like because our eyes are like slightly separated.
No. He's saying
means
that
you
like
can
it's
see-
just the perception, like the way we
Yeah.
perceive things.
Oh, okay.
So you can see like there's this side to it, but there's also this like something about having two eyes rather than one.
So like
helps
when
with
you
depth.
try to shoot a gun with one eye, like how the fuck Snake be doing this shit? Like being
well,
so damn accurate with one eye.
With a gun, it's different because you only have to see
The
one
linear.
point. Yeah.
So what's the point of flat Earth then?
Flat Earth is real more than.
You know what's so fucking weird about flat Earth is you tell them, all right, what happens on the edge of it, and they're like, there's a big ice wall, and I'm like, what's on the other side of the ice wall? What's underneath?
the fucking White Walkers?
Oh my god. Westeros.
What's on the other side?
Don't ever
of the,
ask them how volcanoes work. They're
Oh.
not gonna know.
What's on the other side of the ice wall is Pangea and Atlantis.
Oh, the like even
Atlantis, that would be so
the
sick.
Bermuda Triangle is the portal to take you to the other side of the
Oh my god.
Ooh, it takes you to the center of the Earth.
Oh, that's true.
that's
right.
where sunken Atlantis is.
If you get on a plane, bro, try to go over the Arctic Wall. See if the military doesn't shoot you down before you get to
Or
it.
check if
we
there's
can't because there's no atmosphere on the other
check
side
if
of the
there's
ice wall.
giants. Check if there's White Walkers. You know. Ask Jon Snow. Maybe he knows.
Oh my
His
god.
watch has ended.
No.
His watch has ended.
No, it didn't. Remember, they sent them back at the end of the fucking series.
No,
Which
he
is
didn't.
fucked
no,
up.
no, he didn't.
Yes, they did.
He
They
went
sent-
beyond the wall. He
No.
went with the fucking with the
But
what's
still,
what are
he's
they
still
called?
The
with
wildlings.
He's
went
still
with the wildlings.
He's still with the watch, though.
No, he's not.
Yes, that's
He
what
went
they
with
sent.
the wildlings.
That's what they sentenced him to at the end. Like
can
he's
be
like
wrong. It's okay
back
to
to
be
back
wrong.
to the Black Watch. No, you can't tell me I'm wrong.
It's
I
okay
just
to be
watched the fucking series recently.
He goes with the wildlings, doesn't he?
I don't remember.
He's like, bye everybody.
Of course he's
at the
hanging
wall.
out. No, of course he's hanging out with them, but like they send him to be part of the Black Watch.
Maybe, I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah. It's just like it's just like really fucking. It's like, dude, we wanted to see this motherfucker be king. He's literally have Stark blood and the sorry, spoilers. I won't say nothing anymore. Sorry.
Was it called Game of Thrones spoilers?
Game of Thrones spoilers.
Yep,
Watch
don't
House of
spoil it.
Dragons. Like House of
Stark and
Dragons.
Targaryen.
My lord, it's good.
you like
You see Matt Smith, one of the fucking Doctor Who's, just
Ooh, nice.
being fucking the 12th Doctor. He's so fucking cool.
Shit, what were we
been
talking
meaning
about? We
to
get so
talk about-
sidetracked on
I know, no, straight up, straight
fucking
up.
podcast.
We can move past this. We already got past Cyberlink. What the fuck were we talking about? You're right.
We were talking about the Chris Rock special and then the Will Smith
Oh,
movie.
right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
See how not interesting that is. Yeah, we have to like spiral out of something
Go to
else.
flatter.
Yeah, straight up.
I don't know, man.
Because like I don't fucking care if it's like if
I like
it comes
Chris-
out, I'll
Chris
watch
Rock,
it. But
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna watch it.
am I like super excited just because of the slap? Like fuck no.
I'm
Some,
anticipating.
I
it.
don't know, some stand-up comedies, I'm just like, I watch like 10 to 20 minutes of it, and I'm like, it's alright. The only person that I actually want to watch their stand-up comedy
Really pissed about something?
is fucking
Dave.
Chappelle.
Of course.
Yeah, it's
Dave
Dave
His are
Chappelle.
pretty
I
interesting
don't know what
because
it is about Dave Chappelle.
it's more storytelling than it is a comedy special. Really, I mean, there's obviously
interesting.
comedy bits, but
Yeah.
he's a really good storyteller, and I really love. It's like sitting at a campfire with him, like just
He's just talking shit.
yeah, he's just talking.
I mean, he's a master of his craft, man.
Exactly.
He'll hook you for like 5 or 10 minutes about a super serious story, then hit you with the best punchline in the last 30 seconds of it.
Exactly.
And like
He'll make you
everybody-
forget that he's telling a joke too.
Dude,
Like
it's
so
hilarious
good.
because everybody's like super tense because he's speaking about something so sensitive, and then boom, here comes the punchline.
Yeah. Which is like really fucking like awesome because like those sensitive topics, you have to have a way to talk about it. And if you can make a
Palatable.
punchline out of it, it's that makes it something you can talk about all of a sudden, and everybody's like real cool about it. That guy's pretty cool.
Yeah,
but I
of
don't
course.
think
Yeah.
Chris Rock is not on that level. I don't think.
I mean, he has the capabilities. I really do believe that because like, and then it shows and like on the shows that he's written and like directed as well. Like
He was good in Jigsaw. You ever seen Jigsaw?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't seen
That was
it.
a good movie.
That was a good
It's
movie,
good?
dude. Yes,
It's surprisingly
yes.
good.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He's good. That was a good fucking movie. Even though
I
it was
think he
like
paid out of
it was
pocket.
like a weird like spin-off
Yeah.
of like the Saw series. Super like weird like spin-off. But it was still a good movie. Like cuz it felt more like a detective movie than it really did like the Saw
Yeah.
series.
Horror movie.
Even
Yeah,
though
it
like
did.
most of like the Saw series is like,
Like
oh
the
these
movie-
different detectives, but still this one's more detective like oriented like Seven. Like Seven. Like
That's,
Seven
what
was so
that's
good.
exactly what I was going to say.
Exactly.
The movie
See?
7 is like exactly like it.
I fucking love Seven, dude. Seven was good, so good, and like,
Psychological horror. Something like that.
yeah, it's so great.
It's a great movie.
Fucking still haunts me to this day with the Gwyneth Paltrow's head in the fucking box, and like fucking Brad Pitt becoming Wrath.
What's
at
in the
end.
box?
Like, what's in the fucking box?
What's in the fucking box?
Back when Kevin Spacey was in movies.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about Kevin Spacey?
No,
Spacey,
I'm pretty
no.
sure you don't want to talk about Kevin Spacey, Solomon.
Oh man, dude.
You don't want to.
How many people can break my heart? Jesus Christ, man.
K-Pax
Alan,
himself.
do you know about Kevin Spacey's
I know,
like
right?
thing?
Heard the name, I don't know what it is. I don't stay
Oh,
too
man.
much connected to the.
So
It's like if Ryan Gosling,
no, it's like
like Zac Efron, if Zac Efron,
Zac Efron was like, you know, like in some like really deep allegations, and like this
Shady-
dude is
shady
like
stuff.
being very shady about it and like denial, like up
Like
the ass.
SA allegations?
We're talking like
like Drake Bell style,
terrible Drake Bell style, like worse than Drake. Drake
Yeah.
at least admits it. Like he like confronted his consequences and he's paying his consequences. Like Kevin Spacey, no. To this day, denial, and he made a video.
two.
on Christmas
Two
Eve.
videos on Christmas Eves that were extremely uncomfortable.
I don't know how to feel about those.
Exactly. Because he's acting, but at the same time, it's like... It's,
He's also not lying. He's like
a vague
he's like-
threat to
yeah,
somebody.
super vague threats. This dude is...
and they're still on YouTube too.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel
You
about
can
those.
still
man.
watch him.
Crazy stuff.
Speaking of Saw, though, there's no good horror movies anymore. Since after, you know what
I feel
horror
that.
movie broke my heart?
What?
It was It.
Really?
It broke my damn
Really?
heart. It started off amazing,
That
and
was
then
a
at
good
the
one.
Oh, the
though.
remake?
yes,
Okay,
I haven't
so
seen it.
that movie's like really cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it broke
Up
my
until-
heart, bro.
yeah, you're right
I was
about
so
that.
excited, and then like the last 30 minutes, it becomes this weird.
Have you seen part 2?
Yes,
No, I haven't seen
that,
part
that-
two.
after that, I was done.
Okay, have you
I
guys
was
Damn.
absolutely mad.
have you guys watched? And I don't know if you've seen it yet already, but Don't Look Up. No, not Don't Look Up. Sorry, not that
Oh,
one.
right. That's almost
It's
like
that. It's
29.
that. It's that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele.
Oh, you're talking about Nope.
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 There you go. Nope. Have y'all
It
seen
has something
Nope?
to do with aliens, right?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters. Good
hold
movie.
on, hold on.
Really, really good fucking
Yes,
movie.
it was. I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, dude. And like I highly recommend, like I know whatever reason like you or beef or like whatever like ideology you want to have like Jordan Peele, especially with his like 2 previous movies, like cuz like I don't even know if I want to call it like what blaxploitation type of like whatever it is like condemning whatever like views you have it, just go into the movie, watch it, and you're just going to enjoy this interesting story or like this possibility of just like what the movie is. Because like it fucking threw me off. I thought it was just like
It's always
this.
about racism, though.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say.
yeah,
That's
so-
the reason why I cannot stand Jordan Peele movies. And correct me
Yeah.
if I'm wrong, but it seems like every single movie he makes has a very strong political statement behind it.
Oh, yeah.
Does-
And I'm not trying to go for a political statement
And-
when
and
I
I
watch
get
a
that.
movie. I'm trying to get away
And
from
I
all
get
the
that because
bullshit.
like that's
You know
that's
what's
what I got.
really-
That's what I got from the first 2 movies. But like when you
hells
watch
yeah.
this one, it's like far from it. Like you just
It's lesser.
It has
It's
aliens
lesser.
and stuff. So does
almost
he
like-
take it less serious, or
No, it's
It's
with
symbolic.
It's symbolic, more ish symbolic, but it's not like the racism symbolic or like the previous 2 movies
Yeah.
did. It's really more just like
The other.
yeah, the other, or like what the concept of like that movie was, and that's what made it so interesting. Even though the little side story with the chimpanzee thing was like so
Hilarious.
ish, odd, and weird,
Hilarious. I loved
it had that weird serious tone that like you somehow ties into the story, which is honestly
Damn it, but it was still funny.
but it's still like it's like, hey, you watch it because like you know what he's building these characters with these personalities that all tie in together to like this one moment of like the confrontation, especially with the last scene, like because this movie's crazy. This movie's fucking crazy,
Good.
crazy good.
Good acting, good It was more of a
Exactly.
suspense movie than
Exactly.
an alien movie.
And like my favorite scene, I would have to say is
I haven't
Keith
seen it.
David.
I haven't
Oh my
seen it.
God.
in the beginning.
the one
scene
scene.
with
Wow.
Keith David in the beginning.
No,
Just-
no spoilers on that one. He's
he's-
literally in one scene.
yeah, he's the dad.
Is he the
He's so
president?
fucking
Oh,
cool.
okay.
No,
He's
the dad. He's the dad
No,
of
he's arbiter. Oh my God.
But yeah, that's
And the director character in that movie, oof, magnifique, bro.
That's good.
Was it Jordan Peele?
No, that'd be
It should have been.
that'd be too meta and on the nose.
What's his face?
What's the most scariest movie y'all have seen, like horror movie wise? The scariest horror
Probably
movie.
The
you've ever seen?
Thing.
Okay,
The Thing. The first one.
Yeah, the
Martin?
original The Thing.
Mine was
John Carpenter's.
remake.
at
The
least?
Descent, just because of the
Never
impact.
seen it.
The impact, and especially at the time, because like I was watching it in Mexico.
The
with
Descent?
Yeah, Descent. You've seen that one movie, right? It's like this
The cave
group
one?
of the group of women
The
like
spelunking.
they go into like this specific like cave that like they weren't supposed to go to because like they gave them whoever like gave them like directions like go to this specific like go to this one cave, and they're like, nah, fuck that, let's go explore a new cave. And they go into the cave doing their thing, and next thing you know it, guess what, there's this race of like mutated humanoids that have been inbreeding for centuries because they live in this thing, like they're blind, like their skin is pale because like they haven't seen sunlight in God knows how long, and they start killing off the women one by one by one by one, and it's terrifying because like the whole movie is just darkness. You're in a cave, like I don't know how many fucking miles underneath the earth, and they're trying to get out of there, and like there's so much blood, there's so much like suspense, intensity. It's terrifying.
You ever seen those YouTube videos of people spelunking, and they have their camera, and they have like 1 inch of space from their torso.
Ooh,
And
claustrophobic.
they're just crawling through these fucking caves
dude.
like they're ants or some shit. And they're just going, they're just tunneling. Sometimes they get stuck and then they get out. And it's like, it's so fucking,
can't.
it's so freaky because it's like y'all could just die.
Have you
Y'all
ever,
could just get stuck there and die.
What was that one fucking movie with what's his face? The Green Goblin.
Green Goblin.
Fucking from the Sam
47
Raimi
hours.
movies.
What is it?
Yeah,
47 hours.
100 and something whatever
100
it was
some
with
hours.
what's his face?
The guy who gets his arm stuck on a rock and he has to chop it off.
you know
right?
who I'm talking about, right? Franco, Dave Franco.
James Franco.
James
James
Franco.
Franco.
James Franco. Dave Franco's his little brother, but
Yeah.
James Franco, fucking.
That's a Green Goblin's son.
The Green Goblin.
No, bro.
Yeah.
If you're scared of the whole like splunking thing, have you guys ever heard about the story of Nutty Putty?
What?
No.
Nutty Putty is
What's
this.
Nutty Putty?
That's the name of a cave. It's Nutty Putty. And basically, it's this one guy. It's two brothers, right? And they used to go splunking in this one cave when they were kids, and they had no problem with it. But they were kids, 110 pounds, super skinny, no problem. So like
Fitting
20, 30
everywhere.
years later, when they were older, the guy, one of the brothers, grew up to be like 6'3", 200 and something odd pounds. They came back to visit his family for vacation. They decided to go to that same cave. He went down the wrong tunnel, down the wrong pathway. So the way he was going down is he finally came across this one little like part where his head would be facing downwards, and he ended up getting stuck. So he thought I could just exhale all my air, become skinnier, and slowly push my way through. But the only problem was he got in a position where he was super compromised, and his head was facing downwards, and he got
the
stuck because
gravity.
and when he tried to inhale again, obviously he exhaled to get through that section, so it was like pressing up on his chest.
Yeah.
Long story short, he was stuck in that position for 40 plus hours until he finally died.
Yeah, and like all of his organs are like there's like gravity is acting upon him, so all of his organs are just like going down, and like everything was getting crushed. Like his lungs probably were the first thing to get crushed, but even so, like eventually, like his esophagus would probably start going down and like just slowly just.
Well, the
out
fucked
of
up
his-
thing is his family was outside of the cave, and they had given him a radio so he could talk back to his family, telling them, "Oh, I'm feeling like this. I'm doing all right. Whatever. Blah blah blah." And a woman went down there to try to rescue him at first, and what they were gonna do was tie a like pulley system to his legs.
Yeah.
Pull him out.
But what they would have to do is when they were pulling him out, his legs were gonna have to be snapped.
Yep.
So he could be pulled
Yep.
out. But the pulley system failed halfway through it, and there was no way to get him out. So for the rest of the time, they were just giving him shots to calm him down and basically make it as bearable as possible. But
Yeah.
being stuck in that position for 30 plus hours alive.
Yeah. It fucks up.
Yeah, they had to seal the cave. They poured like concrete in the cave, and his body's still there. They were
Damn.
never able to recover it.
Crazy stuff. That's spelunking for you.
Who wants to go spelunking?
Nobody.
Nobody.
You're fucking insane. Like
You're like 6'1" over
I
here.
get,
bro.
I get trying to get that fucking
That
like
adrenaline rush and
Adrenaline
shit.
rush is like, dude, don't be fucking.
Go
stupid.
run a mile.
Jesus Christ.
Go run a mile before that.
There's people who climb mountains without equipment.
With hands, yeah, with just hands.
free balling. What,
Get some chalk.
Hands and some chalk.
That's not so bad though, because if you fall, you die instantly. You get stuck in a cave.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
gonna happen?
It's
You
just
just gotta
slow. It's
raw
just-
dog it. Well, I'm here. What am I gonna do?
It's time to die, I guess.
Like,
You know?
yeah. Well, shit, the scariest movie I ever saw.
Nah, the scariest movie for me at the time, there was two. One of them, the one that scarred me the most, was One Missed Call.
Bro, I forgot about that movie.
One Missed
forgot
Call.
about that movie
That
too.
stupid
Oh,
Bro, that
ringtone.
movie's good.
Morden's an asshole for
Yeah,
this.
I used to have that ringtone.
Yeah, me and Michael had just
Yeah,
finished
man.
watching the movie, and Morden had set up the ringtone, and me and Michael were asleep, and next thing you know, you hear tin 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 tin. Bro, me and Michael woke up sweating. I checked my flip phone instantly, see if it was me.
Dude, yeah.
I was like, oh no, it's Michael, motherfucker. It's not my phone. You're dead, bro. I was like, please God, let it be his phone.
Holy shit! Why don't they do that? That fuck.
Oh my
dude.
gosh, such a good movie at
They
the time.
have all these unfriended movies and like
Oh.
all these like they try to do the Skype horror movies, but nothing is as good as like One Missed Call, dude.
No, One Missed
I
Call
don't know
was
about that.
amazing.
There's certain movies like and you don't really hear about them too much because like they're super low budget, but like they do really good to like convey what they're trying to do. Is like there's this one about like kidnapping and like the black sites and shit. There's one movie about like they kidnapped this one girl and like it was kind of like a ish documentary. It was like all cam like type of footage type of movie. And
Blair
like
Witch Project type of deal.
almost like that, but it's just like very like all around the thing. It's like, so they kidnap this one girl first, like it's like whatever like thing, and they never hear from her. Like the last thing they see is like these pictures in the like black sites. I don't know if you ever seen that movie. And then the other girl, this is like taunting the guy who like kidnaps her, and then like there's like a whole like video section. Like this is near pretty much the ending. It's just her being tortured in like these caverns, like literally in the middle of nowhere, and like he forces the girl. It's extremely disturbing because like the camera like is always like just it stays on throughout the whole process. Like she gets
essayed,
graved, whatever, and like so many other things until like he forces her into like this barrel where her dead friend's in there, like her rotting corpse. Boom, puts her in there, and then you see another section where it's like he's just digging a hole, like
to bury
them both, and like you see the whole process of just him digging. Like you just hear her like crying, bargaining, going through all the stages of like grief, and it's just like until like he finally like throws the barrel in there, and it's just it takes so long. It's like we're talking like 30 minutes of just nothing of like that, just like him burying the hole. And you just hear her, like, eventually, like, hearing her voice just slowly just, like, disappear. Like, you can't even hear her anymore.
Dude.
It's terrifying.
That does sound horrible, but to me, the movie that tripped me out the most, and I still don't understand it, but I don't know why it fucked me up so much, was the VHS series.
Oh,
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Oh, my God. It is so good, but it is, like, psychologically fucking you, and I don't understand it.
I think it's because it's, like, some of those are, like, Europeans from not Europeans. They're like directors. They're different directors.
Are they gay or European?
But they're directors from like other countries and stuff, and they've probably gone through some fucked up shit, and so they
interpret that into the movie.
Yeah, and so like one of the ones that fucked me up was one where this dude makes this device that takes him to a different dimension, and then in this different dimension, there's just like everybody's all weird and fucked up, and like. They're like half monsters or this or that. I don't know, but it's fucking weird. But VHS is pretty good.
Yeah.
Strangers fucked me up. Strangers and
The Strangers.
The Strangers.
I've always wanted to see it. Is it good?
The first one is like the most terrifying thing I've ever fucking seen.
What about Los Lost Boys?
That's not a fucking horror movie. It's just like an action movie or something. Strangers and what the fuck else was I thinking? You ever seen Dead Silence?
No.
So good.
That shit fucking
Such a good
That shit does get you off so bad, like it's crazy.
I mean, for the time it came out,
Yeah.
such
For
an
the time
amazing
it
movie.
came out.
Not as good as One Missed Call, though.
No.
That shit was
I
crazy.
did lose sleep over that movie though.
Oh,
I lost sleep over it.
You finally find out it's the lady, the wife, and she's like has her hand on.
She's controlling a body as a puppet.
That's so sick.
Oof.
The one rule they gave him, like, do not scream. What does he do at
That's
the end?
hard not
Okay,
to. That's
bro.
hard. That's a tough rule.
That is
Because
one
it's
of the worst rules.
yeah. The batteries fucking died.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's time to wrap it up, folks. We've gone almost an hour and 20. Any final thoughts?
Good meat don't get eat.
Watch the VHS series.
Watch the VHS series.
Watch One Missed Call.
Watch One Missed Call.
Daily Science.
As above, so below.
Don't watch.
As above, so below.
Oh, that's a good movie too. Don't watch The Descent. Just saving you that trauma.
Oh my god! And don't watch
John
Halloween
Carpenter,
Ends
John Carpenter's The Thing is like top 3 best horror movies of all time.
of all time.
The top 3 easily.
Yes, ma'am. You got any final words to say?
No, I had a
Friend
good time.
Alan?
I appreciate the host and everybody else for having me over.
No
Good
problem,
company,
brother.
good topics, and hope to be on again.
Oh yeah,
Anytime
our
you want to
guest
be
Jamie,
on, anytime, brother.
our resident Jamie for the show.
Hell yeah.
Hells yeah. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, my brother. Well, that'll be
Thank you
it from us.
Thank you for coming to the Jesus Experience
Thank you
podcast.
for your viewership. All right. See y'all later.